I'm Chester P. I'm one third of Taskforce. I kind of run Real Talk Records, if anybody runs it at all.
I'm Farmer G, part of the Taskforce, full-time dad, make some beats, doing bits and pieces.
And I'm Louis Slippers.
We're here right now in the Parish bar. This is in Huddersfield. Is this your first appearance in Huddersfield tonight?
Nah.
2004 apparently, we were here.
We were here in 2004, yeah.
Which is a while back.
And how did that go down?
I can't remember. It must have been a good night, basically. Yeah.
The last time, the first time I caught Taskforce, we got Boom Bap 2016. Now it's 2017 to 2017. Has Taskforce switched up their sets for this year?
Yeah, it has been changed since the Boom Bap set, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
slightly.
We kind of like was doing a bit of we were like our own tribute band at Boom Bap. That's how it felt anyway. It was like a Spinal Tap moment, but it was no, that's how it felt a little bit. But I suppose that because we haven't done it for such a long time, there's a lot of kids that haven't seen us perform any of the stuff we've got as a back catalogue. So it's worth revisiting all of that stuff, and we haven't put out anything new for such a long time. We always find that putting stuff out that people don't necessarily know or haven't heard is it's not a crowd rock up. It's more like a listening session, which ain't really our MO. Like, we like to rock a crowd, so we like to bring
the
stuff that
classics.
people.
Honestly, I know Farmer G was coming back to the live scene, but has your enthusiasm for performing faded at all? Are these the most fulfilling shows of your career?
I'm loving it. I've took a lot of time out of the three of us. These guys just carry on working. Louis does his stuff with all different types of musicians and bands. Chester does his solo thing. He's had loads of solo work to do. And for me, it's a break from the norm. And my norm is like getting up at 6 o'clock, feeding kids, and etc. etc. So I'm hyped. I'm in the thick of it.
No, well, I mean, as much as I've been doing stuff on my own, it's not the same as doing it as Taskforce. It's a completely different energy, do you know what I mean? Which is nice for me because it means I don't have to, I only have to bring half the personality with me, you know what I mean? Which is probably nice for the audience too, because I spend most of my time when I do solo shows just talking.
Mainly because we're all in this room together celebrating hip-hop music. And this room is in Huddersfield, and Huddersfield is in the UK, and the UK is on the planet Earth, and the planet Earth is in the universe, and we are the universe. That's a great thing.
Nah, I mean, I'll always have enthusiasm for shows. Being on a stage is among one of the only things on a handful of little things that actually make me happy.
I think that
literally,
there is obviously another side to being being on tour, being around. Performing that's the good bit, but the reality is it means trekking all over the place. We spend a lot of time, like I said, going up and down the M1, wherever, or wherever.
So we'll be on stage.
You spend hours on a motorway, which is like, we're not spring chickens.
But it's like we'll spend an hour on stage at the most, and spend 10 hours driving a day. So it's kind of like that's work.
Our Taskforce working on any fresh material right now that you are bringing to the live shows in 2017?
Well, every time we do a gig, Farmer's bringing like at least 15 new beats that he's made within about a week. So he's like just cranking it out.
Yeah, no, we're starting to work on some stuff together again, slowly.
Chester's got an album, a solo album, ready. He just put finishing touches to it. So I'm doing an album with Leaf Dog from High Focus fame. Louis doing.
Other random bits and bobs.
Winnie Sagama.
Yeah, like he works with
an African
band
called the Winnie Sagama.
Your rhymes have documented drug use in the past. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what helps keep you mentally on track on the straight and narrow?
Not drugs.
Not drugs.
Being for me, it's like being a dad. But I've been a dad since 25 years ago, and now a new dad for the last 4.5. But for me, there's nothing in taking drugs. There's nothing.
He never really was big on taking drugs, even when we were young. He did it, but he was never I've never seen my brother abuse any kind of substance. I always abused every substance, but I don't anymore. Keeping me on the straight and narrow is nothing but willpower and determination and a full understanding of what's on the other side of this path. And sometimes it's tempting, and there's every possibility at some point in my life I relapse. But I say the problem with drug abuse is you get over it, and if you've been clean for like 3 years or something, perhaps I have, and people think you've won the battle, but it's every single day. You don't ever win that battle. Like it's a battle you fight every single day for the rest of your life. And I know old drug addicts who have recovered who say the same thing. And like even 20 years down the line, you've got to be careful when you're in a pub, or you know what I mean, if you're in the wrong mood and someone offers you the wrong substance, anything can happen. And once you start back on that slope, you're just right back to square one
quite quickly.
Yeah, it's so hard to like get yourself somewhere positive, and it's so easy to just slip back into the quagmire. So that's kind of what keeps me on the straight and narrow. But life's a difficult place, and I'm not always in a great state of mind. And there are moments when weakness really has been overwhelming the past year or so. And I'm doing my very best fighting that fight right now, man.
Taskforce, can you please give us any final insights into what you may have in store for 2017?
Oh, I've got to be honest, like, I live moment from moment. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do when I get home, and I'm not going to plan what I'm going to do in case I don't get home. Because anything can happen on that M1, mate, I tell you. Or the 144. You don't want to war on the 144. No, I mean, I have no idea. I'm desperately trying to get my album finished and out, because it's been work in progress for so long now. I'm getting frustrated.
So I won't ask you for a release date or nothing.
No, there ain't one, man. I've never had one, but I'm just very fussy, so everything takes me ages, and like.
It's the way to be.
Yeah.
Farmer, have you got anything?
There'll definitely in 2017. There'll definitely be a Leaf and Farmer collaboration album. Beats from both of us and
Features.
Back and forth. Both of us rapping on all the tracks. So it's like it's a new group. Might be called the 33rd chapter. It's banging, man. The stuff that's been done. I mean, there must be about 18, 19 tracks already, and we're like being very blasé. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, a bit like, well, yeah. Let's just wait until there's a few. There's a track with Smell It and Piff on, which is called Read All About It, which is like we're all news readers telling an alternative news. That's fire. It's fire. So like I know when I listen to it, when people hear it, they're gonna go fuck me, because like they like what Leaf does. They like the whole movement that High Focus is about. They love Smell It and Piff.
What have you guys saw 2017 that they should watch for?
Right now I'm working on a film soundtrack that is for a Swedish film about a psychotic, sex-crazed grandma who's on a rampage in Stockholm.
For real?
Well, it's not just about, I've kind of boiled it down to the basics, but it's, I'm writing I'm scoring it at the moment, so that's what I'm on.
Chester, Pete, Farmer, Gene and Louis Slippers, thank you for your time. Got any final shout-outs you'd like to make?
Just shout out everyone. Shout out Wordplay magazine, man. Keeping it nice in the community out here. So like shout out to everyone who's putting in hard work for one reason or the other. We've got to give a massive shout out to Fresh Kids and all the Yorkshire massive, Huddersfield massive, Leeds massive. Whatever your reason is, just all we hope is you're enjoying yourself, and there's nothing but respect and love from our corner, and I hope that it's mutual, and if it isn't, God, we're going to have some problems at some point.